everyone, it's Alyssa and it's the summer, so I have so much more time to actually film things. And I'm so excited to talk about Criterion videos and the Criterion sale at Barnes and Noble. I've never been into this before. Like, I've always looked at myself as someone who is just always trying to make sure I saw every single new movie from that particular year. And then I sort of had this epiphany in November where I was like, I'm just getting so bored. And I feel like I'm watching some of these movies just because they're coming out and I feel like I should watch them. So I sort of stopped. I pulled back. I started watching a lot of older films, a lot of international films, a lot of movies that either I should have seen or I always wanted to see or I wanted to watch again. And honestly, as bad as it sounds, it really was Criterion that got me back into it, and it's almost embarrassing because it's like, why am I letting this kind of, like, good specialty Blu-ray DVD company dictate the movies that I'm watching? But honestly, it has so rarely steered me wrong that I'm totally into it now. And from basically, I want to say like the end of November to now, I've just been collecting Criterions, but I was especially holding off. Like, I haven't gotten anything since, I want to say, the flash sale in February, because I wanted to be able to just get a few things in July. Now, I'm going to do my own separate Criterion video and I'm going to go through what I already have. A lot of what I have are blind buys. Like, I just will look into a movie and say, like, do I want to actually watch that? And I tend to like these blind buys even more than movies I've seen already, because it kind of just feels that much more exciting. Like, I never would have watched the Brian De Palma movie Blowout with John Travolta if it weren't for Criterion. So things like that, where it's like honestly exciting to watch movies again, I've just been really having that feeling. So today I just want to go over a few things that I picked up at Barnes and Noble. It was quite an experience because when I got there, it looked like they had nothing that I was looking for, but yet on the website it said they had basically the four Blu-rays that I was looking for. They said they had, but then I got there and they had like one of the four. But through a little bit of, I don't know, walking around and stooping around, I actually found every single thing that I was looking for. So I'm really excited. Two of these movies I have seen previously, and two were complete blind buys that I've had my eye on for a very long time. So I'm going to start off with one that is actually a blind buy and is embarrassing that it's a blind buy because I love this genre of movie. I was waiting specifically for this Criterion edition to be able to watch this. And so even though I did see it at times on streaming, I really wanted to make sure that I had the best quality. And we'll just say it happened one night. So it happened one night with that horrible glare. That's a little better. Here's another thing. I don't organize these according to the numbers on the spine. I just keep everything alphabetical. These are not in alphabetical order. These are just in the order that I have them in this file. So no order at all. But even when I organize them, I don't know, the English teacher in me, I need them alphabetical. Like, they're not going to go by numbers. But anyway, I have seen so many romantic comedies from the 30s, from the 40s, from the 50s, but I've never seen the one that basically started it all. And I am that kind of person who will like hold off on seeing things because I know I'm going to love it and I know it's going to be just so good. I love Claudette Colbert. I just saw her in a film. I want to say it was called Torch Song, maybe not. And it was on Criterion, and I thought she gave the best performance. So definitely a fan. She is just so emotive, so expressive in her eyes, and this is one of those that I was just so excited to watch, and I feel like it is a summer movie. Like, I feel like every movie I got is something that I would watch in the summer, and I don't know if you guys are like that. You can definitely tell me in the comments. Do you prefer to actually watch certain movies at certain times in year? But there have been some that I've really been holding off until right now. And so the second one is also a blind buy, and that is All That Jazz, which I have always meant to see it, always wanted to see it, and I just never got around to it. I love Bob Fosse. I love dance. I love that style of dancing. So it just seems like the perfect fit. And it seems kind of mean, which I love that too. So that's another one I'm just very excited to be able to watch for the first time, but I also know me and I'll probably take a few weeks before I watch it because I like holding off on things that I really want to see, which is basically Psychotic. Now, the next two I have seen before, but I have not seen this first one in quite a long time, and I've only seen it once. So I'm the kind of person who forgets a lot of the movies that I watch just because I watch so many and they all start sometimes they start like blending together. But I know when I saw All About Eve, I was just obsessed with it. I thought it was such a great film. And I can't wait to actually get back into it again and see it with a fresher set of eyes where it's like, I don't know, I feel like with each passing year, there's more and more that I'm trying to analyze and deconstruct and really look for the details in a movie in a way that I want to say even 5 years ago, I'm not sure if I was looking for all that I'm looking for now. So it's really exciting. And then the last one that I have seen quite a few times, but this is now the 4K. And so when I saw I only have this film on DVD, I've seen it a few times streaming. I definitely, out of all of these, this is the one I have seen the most times, and that is the 4K edition of Mulholland Drive. So just real up, and there is Loki. This is my new kitty, and she'll jump down in a sec. But I've been watching a lot of David Lynch movies lately. Like I just rewatched Blue Velvet. I saw Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me for the first time last week. And I have to say, I keep comparing everything to Mulholland Drive because I just think it is so fantastically put together. I love just like that shift in tone and that very purposeful shift in tone in the halfway point or maybe a little bit after halfway point in the movie. And it just is something. Sometimes when I watch David Lynch's movies, I have this thing where I can't connect 100%. And I'll watch the film and I'm like, this is a excellent film. This is very well made, but maybe I'm not 100% connected to the characters. I feel like I really do like Blue Velvet quite a bit. And I really like Isabella Rossellini. I really like Laura Dern. I really like Kyle MacLachlan and Dennis Hopper. So basically everyone. But there are just moments in that film where I feel slightly disconnected, a little bit cold and detached, which is obviously the purpose. And it does have this sort of comic meditation on America and the suburbs and everything that's like disgusting that's going on underneath. But I really connect to the characters in Mulholland Drive, and it hurts. Like, when they are hurting, I am actually hurting, and even though the movie is so abstract in some of the imagery and so absurd and so over the top and so like, "Oh, gee, gosh, golly," at times, and then super violent, at other times, there is just something in that movie, that I connect to. So this is a very short haul. I watch a lot of these Criterion hauls and like four is nothing. But for me, that's a lot of money to be spending on movies, even though I love them so much. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more of these Criterion videos, or you want any reviews on any of the Criterion films, I would be more than happy to do that, and do plan on doing that in the future, along with some other reviews. Like I just saw Titan, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I loved it so very much. Probably my favorite movie of 2021. Like I've just watched it, so I feel like I need to sit on it a little bit more. But I just loved it so much, and I'm definitely going to do a Criterion video where I go through all of the movies that I have. So I would love to hear what you guys are planning on picking up in this haul. If you are going to get any films from Criterion, I am so happy to be able to get into something else. I also got the Criterion channel, and it has exposed me to so many films. I was obsessed with the Paramount pre-code movies and the Ernst Lubitsch movies of the 20s and the 30s. And these are things I just never would have known about if not for Criterion, which is silly because I have how many film books that address these movies, but I never really got into it until I got into the channel. So very strange. But thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to see more, please like and subscribe. And I will see y'all later. All right. Bye.